We are here at beautiful Griffith Stadium in Saskatoon. He is one of the most loved Saskatchewan Roughriders of the past decade. He is electric on the football field. He is Kian Schaffer-Baker. Great to meet you.
Yes, sir. A pleasure and an honor. Electric, show-stopping, the best there is.
The best there is.
The best there is.
And I have to thank you because there was a punt coming our way. The media is just standing around all day. You went to try to protect us, and it almost hit you where it hurts the most.
Oh, yeah, I almost got knocked out with that one. So that's the last time I almost slipped on the pavement, too. Don't play around, kids. Don't play around.
You seem to be a good guy. Like, not only are you trying to protect the media from a punt, you're out there, entertaining Jorgen Huses. I'm assuming his kid.
Yes,
you're mixing it up with the trainers and everybody. How important is that for training camp as well?
Yeah, that's just life right there. I consider everyone a brother and a sister, and it's just building those real close-knit relationships with not only just the football players, but the coaching staff, the training staff, some of the higher ups. It's really everyone. Just being out here enjoying this wonderful blessing. There's nothing better than it.
What is it like to be able to mix with some young kids, some young fans here, because maybe you don't get that same opportunity when you're really in the middle of the season?
Yeah, it's amazing. And it shows them that anything is possible. You could really come from any type of background, go through anything in life, and as long as you set your mind to it, you could show them that anything is possible.
You grew up in Mississauga?
Grew up in Mississauga, born and raised, the Six.
Did you have any teams? Did you go see the Argos? Like, who were you looking up to locally for football players?
Yeah, sadly, the Argos were my team growing up. I was a big Chad Owens guy, Andre Jury. Those were the two guys I looked up to. I was fortunate enough to even start training with them when I was younger. So there's someone that showed me that anything is possible. If you set your mind to it, if you believe, then you can achieve. When
did you start to believe, like, hey, I can go to university football and the CFL?
Yeah, from the very first moment, really, that's something my mom instilled in me. Watching her just work so hard every single day, raise 3 kids on her own. Again, just show me that anything is possible as long as you set your mind to it. And, that just made me hungry. Just watching her provide for us makes me want to provide for my family one day.
What did she tell you? What did she teach you on your journey?
Yeah, I know one of the biggest ones is if you believe, you can achieve. And, just the main thing is to go out there and just leave your all out there. Every time that you don't go out there and leave your all out there, you might not get that opportunity again, and that's right out the window. So every time you're out there, she says, leave 110%.
How do you feel what do you hear, and how do you feel when you come out in Mosaic Stadium?
Oh man, it's electrifying, show-stopping, one of the greatest feelings ever, just running out and hearing all 35,000 people screaming, going crazy. I'm a big person that believes in energy, and you can feed off that stuff, so I just feed off that energy and just pour it into my game.
One of the reasons I ask is because have you noticed who gets the loudest cheer by far when they announce the team? It's the last name mentioned, and he's usually taking a knee in the end zone by Pale Country.
I'm usually getting my prayer in, and I start hearing people go crazy, and I figure, they're probably cheering for Schaffer-Baker.
What is that like to know that you are the one getting the loudest cheer when they announce the players? And because you're still young, and you've still only been here for a few years.
Sir. That's one of the most rewarding feelings ever. Every single day I work my ass off. Sorry, excuse my French, but I work hard every single day because you got all these amazing fans that spend their money on tickets and drive 8 to 10 hours just to come watch you play. So it'd be a disservice of me not to go out there and give everything I got.
What do fans tell you? Why do they like you so much? Is it the electric catches? Is it the energy you're showing right now?
That's a good question. It could be the hair. I don't know. My mom's always said I got a little charm to me, so it might just be the charm.
Might just be the charm. What does mom think when she hears her son getting every 33,000 person cheering for you?
Oh, she's definitely happier than I am. She's my biggest supporter. She's always in my corner. I can count on my hand the amount of times she's missed a game, so she's always there supporting me, picking me up, and she'll be the first one to let me know when I'm doing something wrong on the field, and you better go out there and make that play next time.
Do you have personal goals for this year? Do you care about stats like getting 1,000 yards or leading the league in any statistical category?
Yeah, most definitely. The first one that comes to mind is I'm a very selfless person, and I just want to win this Grey Cup, man. That's the first thing, first beyond. And along with that, I know a lot of other accolades will come, and I write them on my wall. I want a triple crown. I don't know if you know what that means in terms, but it's to lead in receiving, receptions, yards, and touchdowns. So that's always on my list.
Do you actually write it on your wall? Like, is it on a piece of paper, a whiteboard?
Yeah, got on a piece of paper. You know, when I'm back home, I'll put it on my mirror, so every single day I wake up and see that right there. And, you know, again, the biggest one is to get that Grey Cup, man. And, you know, it doesn't start with looking that far ahead. It's really just being in this moment right here is what can I do today, right now, to get better and help achieve my goals.
How long have you been writing out those goals on the wall?
Ever since I got into pro, actually, it's something, you know, someone I picked up from someone is, you know, dreams are just all up in the air until you really just write it down. And now you have something in front of you, you know what you're chasing, you know what you're setting out to go and accomplish every day, you know. It's not even really about the goal at the end, it's really about the journey and the process in the entire time and who you become through that process.
It is amazing the power of setting goals. Like, how many have come true over the past few years? You don't have to tell me which ones they are.
Yeah, a couple of them have come true. A couple of them you come real close. And, you know, the main thing is once you do hit a goal, you go back, write another goal. Cross that one off, go back, write another one. You know, it never stops.
Well,
There's always more.
I'll tell you, statistically, it's probably hard for everybody to get 1,000 yards when you have a receiving core like this. Tell me about some of the relationships you built on this team. How do you feel about a guy like Sam Emils?
Yeah, you know, that's one of my best friends. That's my brother, someone we're going to be friends for life, you know. We've built such a tremendous relationship, and, you know, we could come to each other for anything, whether it's football or life or family problem, whatever it is, you know. I know he's always got my back and I always got his back, and that's not even just with him, that goes for the entire team, you know. I know the guy beside me, I know he's willing to give everything he's got for me, and I'm going to do the exact same.
What about Mitch Picton, a Saskatchewan guy, born and raised?
Another one of my great friends, someone who just so knowledgeable of the game. He's the old guy around here now. Sorry, Mitch, I don't mean to call you old. You're still young and beautiful, but he's just got so much knowledge and understanding of the game, and, you know, you see him out here just coaching up some of the younger guys, just paying it forward. You know, we have all this knowledge and tools that we've been given over the course of our playing careers. It's only fair that we give it back and help everyone else get to the same level that we're at.
Has he been a tour guide at all for you in Regina? I mean, he's the local guy that should know the spots.
Yeah, he's definitely a tour guide. He'll take you on a nice 10-minute tour around the whole place.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes, 10 minutes.
You know what, I did want to ask about that because, you know, between practice and studying and training and eating properly, I think all you guys have left for is to play video games. Like, what has life been like living in Regina for you?
There's not a whole lot, you know, but, you know, that's one of the best parts about it, because we're forced to really just all come together and find things to do, and, you know, it just helps us bond. And these relationships that we're building, you know, it's always tough, especially when it starts getting cold in Regina, but that's when you see us get even closer together. And
so what do you do for fun?
For fun, read a book. I don't know if that's considered fun, but
that's good.
It's fun for me.
My partner reads about 50 books a year. What are you reading right now?
Atomic Habits. That's what I'm reading right now.
What's it about?
Just building good habits, getting rid of old habits. And, you know, one of the biggest things that I'm picking up from it, you really got to start with your identity and who you are before you could start making changes in yourself. You know, a lot of people say, I want to get in the gym and start working out and I want to be skinnier. But you really just got to be telling yourself, like, I am going to be skinnier. Like, this is going to happen. It starts with your identity and changing who you are first before reaching the goal and the final end thing. It's about the journey, the process in between.
Good way to get the Triple Crown.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
so much, Kian.
Appreciate you lots. God bless.